Well, I don't know about you guys, but that was an absolutely, positively, undeniably torturous The Hunting Lodge Livestream, which went live at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time US. This week, we were treated to a special surprise with Senior Community Manager Patricia joining Jack Beard on the livestream to talk about the development of the map of Sundarpatan. And boy, were we treated to a feast for the eyes as we floated over the landscape, looking at the 3 different biomes that we will be able to hunt when it launches. We have a low-lying river valley with foliage reminiscent of a tropical jungle. Then we have a middle highlands or hills that look a little bit like SRP with some nice open gaps and give you an opportunity to really be able to spot your prey with limited tree cover, and then some snowy mountain peaks to the extreme north at the foothills of what are the Himalayas. This is going to be an amazing, fantastic, wildly adventurous experience that the creators at Expansive Worlds have created for us. But as I said in my opening, this was absolute torture. The chat was alive with demands and requests and begs to see the animal lineup coming out on the map. The complete animal list is going to be revealed next week at the Hunting Lodge Livestream, again at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time US. But there were plenty of us that were disappointed that there wasn't even a hint or a mention or even a bona fide confirmation of anything coming out on the map, despite there being lots of imagery that was released with the reveal of the new map in the Steam store, accompanied by several screenshots from the game. None of the information that I am about to present is secret. It is out there in the Steam store, but I do have a preliminary list of animals that we can expect to see on the map. Now, if you would rather avoid the spoilers and wait for next week's The Hunting Lodge livestream for a full reveal and confirmation of the animal list, please click out of the video now. First off, we have absolute confirmation of snow leopards being in the game, though the jury remains out on whether or not this will be an actual huntable species. This comes on the heels of an image that was released on Facebook in which EW claimed that there were, quote, no cats in the image, unquote, but several eagle-eyed members of our community were able to spot crouched in the shrubbery on the left-hand side of the image. With this screen grab, it is all but certain that we will at least see these elusive cats in the game. The next on our list is the highly anticipated Bengal tiger, which is getting special attention in the game because of its unique behavioral mechanics. It is implied very heavily that this cat will not only be huntable, but it will also stalk you and potentially make you its prey. And this is a very unique mechanic that really hasn't been done with as much finesse as we can expect from this particular release. Of course, lions on Virhanga Savannah will chase you, and on occasion the females may knock you out in defense of the other lions around, but it's not the same as being actively pursued and actively hunted by an apex predator. So this is definitely going to be one of those animals I will pay attention to see just exactly what kind of unique behavioral challenges it's going to present while we hunt. Sticking to the predators, we also have the very mundane, very meh-faced looking at Tibetan fox. Now, I've known these animals in real life mostly through memes, but the idea that we'll be able to actually hunt them is quite phenomenal. I would love to have one of these in the room. If you're familiar with my channel, you will know what that reference is referring to. But I would love to have one of these in the room, just being dull and meh and why did you hunt me? We also, of course, have the muntjac, which was confirmed with the teaser trailer that was released just over a week ago and was also referenced in a player survey that came out several months ago that got the entire community abuzz about whether or not this was going to be some sort of Asian, Nepalese, or Indian map. Now in this image here, we have what appears to be a Barasingha deer that is walking through a beautiful watery area. I love their antlers. I love how they splay. They're a little bit different than other antlered species I've seen in the game, and I can't wait to see what a diamond of this species is going to look like. It's kind of a distant shot, but you can see what appears to be a blue sheep climbing up a snowy landscape. One of the big questions that was asked in the live stream today was about the weather systems and whether or not the scenery would change if it snowed, similar to what we experience on the Yukon map. Based on these images here, I believe that that's going to be the case, at least in the upper elevation regions. But blue sheep are some of the most interesting sheep in the world with the way their horns grow, and I can't wait to see the different horn variations. Now, this funny looking creature with the very long neck and the very tiny head is called a nilgai, and it's a type of antelope, and they look something like out of a child's cartoon. But I also am very interested to see how they roam the map, whether or not they will be in herds or solitary animals. That should make for some very interesting hunting along tree lines and upper elevation areas as well. One thing that eagle-eyed viewers on today's live stream kept pointing out was near watery areas there seem to be these massive herds of what look like these huge animals, and there is one that already exists that I'm pretty sure is going to make another appearance on this map. But there's another contender for this, and that would be the wild yak, which is what appears in this image here. I believe that this is a male and a female that was released on the Steam store page, so you can compare the differences. I wonder what the fur types for these animals are going to be, because after looking up pictures online, there's so many variations that the creators could have chosen from. Making a return to the map is the other contender for that large bovine species, and that would be the water buffalo, but it is one of the animals that already exists in the game. During the live stream, Jaxie Beard did say that there were 10 new huntable species, or so he believed, and 3 returning animals. Now that's going to raise some interesting questions, because I was really hoping that the Siberian weasel might be one of the small game animals that was making an appearance this time, based on the survey that also included the northern red muntjac. But with the return of the water buffalo, it gets a full makeover. When they brought up a screenshot of it, it does look absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to see what the new model renders look like. The black buck was mentioned as one of the animals getting a rework, and since these are a huntable species in Nepal and also exist only on one other map, that being Park Fernando, I think it's about time that we get another shot at these animals, and I can't wait to see what their rework looks like as well. The last animal I want to introduce you to is the large tar, which has also been labeled, according to sources both on the website and in the email that was released to the community, as our new great one. To be honest, I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's a very majestic, very beautiful animal. I love the huge neck fur. It's got some very prominent horns at the top of its head, but at the same time, I know that the community had other top choices for a great one, and to introduce something brand new without a lot of backstory or context is just unique and unusual, in my opinion. I am one for wild theories. If you haven't seen my theory on the wild boar being our next great one, you can click at the link at the top of the screen. It makes me wonder if there's a possibility that they may be releasing 2 great ones. It's very unlikely, but I have my reasons for thinking this, and you can watch that video I just referenced if you'd like to understand why I think that way. But without 2 great ones, this is going to be the first time that a great one is going to be locked behind DLC, meaning no new players can access it unless they purchase this new map. That seems against a long-standing Expansive Worlds practice, where they didn't want to gatekeep great ones and prevent people in the community from accessing them behind a paywall. But times are changing, and maybe the developers and the marketing team are changing with it. During the live stream, it was hinted very strongly that there would be something very unique about the storyline in the game. I also have another smaller wild theory, and that is, what if this new great one is part of the mission system? Now, if it were part of the mission system, it would perhaps provide value to individuals who would have to purchase this DLC in order to have access to this great one, but it would also guarantee the community access to their very first great one if they were only to play the mission system and not necessarily grind for great ones. Grinding for great ones has been one of the most divisive things in the Call of the Wild community, and by providing an opportunity for the community to receive their very first great one through a mission system would perhaps provide some balance for those different styles of gameplay. Regardless of the outcomes about great ones and what comes after today, I am super excited for this brand new map. I can honestly tell you, just by looking at the terrain, that this is probably going to be one of my top maps, if not my all-time favorite. I love hunting highland zones. I do not like water need zone hunting. I would prefer a more organic hunting experience. And even though this game has grown into what feels like a run and gun situation, I think by providing those different environments and challenging us to go explore the highland areas more, this is going to provide us an opportunity to kind of go back to what real hunting is about. Let me know in the comments what you think about the update and what you thought about today's The Hunting Lodge live stream. I'm very curious to know. I want to know what you're most excited about and what you're looking forward to the most. In the meantime, if you'd like to support my channel, please remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the good stuff, but the best way to support my channel is to watch each video start to finish as much as possible. That really pushes me out to the algorithm more and gets me seen more by viewers like you. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you on our next adventure. Bye!